Hi guys, it's Kasia. Bear with me, I'm holding my phone this time. Well, today I don't have it on my, my little stand. But anyways, I have a word for you guys. God gave it to me last week. This is something that He told me and showed me, and I'm now sharing it with you guys. So I guess I'll just give you the backstory. So it was last week, like I said, and I mean, nothing serious happened or anything. It was just kind of an inconvenience to what I was dealing with at that night. You know what I'm saying. And the next morning, I was talking to God and I was like, did you see what I had to deal with last night? Well, I was saying this last week, but anyways, you follow me. Okay. But I was like, you seen what I just dealt with. And I was like, I don't want to deal with this. It's not like it was stopping me from doing what God told me to do or anything. It was just kind of annoying, pest. It was annoyance. It was inconvenient. And it was really, I don't want to have to deal with this. Is this something I have to deal with, And it was just inconvenient. And then God said to me, different levels, different devils. So I'm just okay. And I was like, it's still annoying. It's still inconvenient. And then I remember I looked at the clock and it said 9:11, and I don't know, I just knew God was I want to tell you something. So I don't know, I just clicked my Facebook app on my phone. I went on Facebook and I seen a post my friend did. It was a video of him speaking in tongues. So I was listening to it, and as he's speaking in tongues, God was giving me the interpretation. He was speaking to me, and it was he was speaking, reassuring me about, the whole situation that happened. And it wasn't even a big deal or anything, but it was just, I don't know, I was just annoyed, I guess. So he was just reassuring me. And basically what God was saying through my friend, he was saying the time is now. And he kept referring to himself as greater. And he kept saying, greater is here. The time is now. The greater one is here. And he kept repeating it and stuff like that. One second, guys. Sorry, I look like a hot mess. It's hot. It's 97 degrees outside today. Okay. After that, he kept repeating himself, like I said, and like I said, he kept referring to himself as greater, and he it was almost as if he plopped a whole list of things, a whole list of things that people go through, poverty, and then after each thing he would go, but greater, referring to himself as the greater one. You know how people be my finances, how am I gonna do this and that, and God's and it's God is saying, but greater, I'm greater than your situation, basically. And he'll I remember I could only pinpoint, it was a long list. It was I'm just pinpointing some things that people go through, but lack, he'll be, and then he'll say, but greater. Or depression, would be depression, and then but greater. Or bondage, and he'll say, but greater. Greater is he, is what he was, trying to, what's the word? What's the word? trying to drill into me. Like, I just had like the whole, understanding. It just plopped it, and I was like, okay. So basically, God was reassuring me, He's greater than, what I just dealt with the night before, you know. And then I'm like, okay. I'm like, thank you, Jesus, okay. And then I'm sitting there, I'm sitting there talking to God. I'm just like, continuing listening, to my friend speaking in tongues. And then I hear God say, rise. And I'm like, rise? What? What you talking about? And I'm just like, rise. And then I hear him say, arise. Like, more stern, but like, power. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, arise. And then he's like showing me, he was showing me, but I was like dressed up like a knight. And I was kneeling before him. I mean, I didn't see his face, but like I could see like, I don't know, from like, I don't know, waist down, or I don't know. Like I could see him, but I was kneeling down. You know how like they do it in the movies, and he took his sword and he was like dubbing me on each shoulder. And then he was like, arise, arise. So basically, that's like the message that he wanted me to give you guys. He's saying rise, arise, for those that he has been calling, and you guys are gonna feel, that confirmation in your spirit. It's gonna resonate in your spirit for those that this is for. He's saying arise, and basically he's referring to, like, the time is now. Your time is now. Arise, stand up, take a stand, step into your calling. Like, arise. This is the time. The time is now. There's no more time. Time is out. He has specific instructions for each one of you guys, and he's saying it's time right now to do what he has asked you to do, to fulfill your purpose and your destiny that he has planned out for you. And yeah, since like the plans that he has had for you since you were in your mother's womb, and even before, because he knew each and every one of us before we were in our mother's womb, And then he's been speaking to me. He's been having me go to Galatians and Ephesians. And I was just like, again with the Ephesians, again with the Galatians, But yeah. And he's been speaking to me about being more Christ-like, like walking in love, being more Christ-like. And like he was saying this, he was like, I understood what he was getting at, but I just needed, to read more on it. That's why, I'm giving this word to you guys this week, because I had to get, revelation, more revelation. But like when he was speaking to me after he showed me him knighting me, it was almost like, like how in school we learn about King Arthur and, the Knights of the Round Table, and how like knights live, I forgot the name of it, like they live by, like they make an oath, and they live by a set of standards, a set of like characteristics that, they live by, and they die by, those standards and stuff like that. But he was giving me, I suggest you guys just read the whole book of Ephesians. Actually, hold on. Where is it? I would start, wait, is it? If you want, you could read the whole book of Ephesians. But I started with chapter 3, Ephesians chapter 3, until the end. Ephesians isn't a long book, so it shouldn't take you that long. But I thought it was kind of funny because, he reminded me, you know, Knights at the Round Table, like this, like, you know, how they took an oath and they sorry guys, I'm mad thirsty. Like, I should not be stuttering right now. I'm just thirsty. But anyways, it's hot. But like, they live by a set of standards, and they have, you know, certain qualities, like knightly qualities, I guess that you can say. So God was basically speaking, like, you know, he knighted me, and he's saying arise, and it's like now he wants, you know, he was speaking to me, but you know, whoever this is for. Yeah. But it's like now we've come to a point where it's like we have to die to the old self. The old self is gone. We hold on.